Josh is trying to keep me from the love of my life.
You're just such a horn dog. And
I'm
it's
not
just
a horn
hard
dog.
to
He's
keep
just
you
so
around.
cute. Oh, have you seen him?
Yeah. I thought for sure I'm better looking than this guy.
Oh my gosh, he's so cute.
He's fine.
And he plays hockey.
Yeah, I know. But like I could learn to skate too and hit things with a stick. Not that hard.
Okay. Welcome back. Oh my God, it's been so long. Welcome back to
Oh God,
please. Not another podcast.
Yeah, we didn't even catch up. We went to a CMA party together. That was fun.
Every time I pull into the parking lot, I think of Anna's car getting
broken into that night.
Yeah.
Well, is it really a break-in if you leave your front door open?
You know, it's more of like a welcome
It's really
mat
more,
at this point.
yeah. Come on in. The
My car is
shelter
your
is
car.
warm. Yeah.
Mi casa es su casa.
Wow.
We did the
What else
CMA
happened?
party.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
had Thanksgiving. We sat here for almost 2 hours last week trying to record, but Josh's computer was just malfunctioning.
Universal Audio is what we use, and they recently had a big update. And they decided in this update, what if an audio company had no audio at all? That would be,
You know what?
that'd
It's
be
like
crazy,
magic.
right? Yeah. They do things a little differently here. And
Universal Audio, where
Yeah.
you get no audio. But it's universal.
it's fixed now, thankfully. I had to do some light code work, but
Honestly, it was fun, though,
it's
because
fine. We just hung out.
it was so cold down
talked.
here in the basement. It was freezing down here.
Yeah.
And
Bailey just kept commenting on my nipples and how
no,
hard they were.
he was like,
and
it's not cold. And literally his nipples were just two little mounds.
my
Just
nipples are
poking.
always hard. I just have like the perkiest little ones, you know. Like I have some good ones. Like
When
if I shave my chest and they put me in Playboy with no face, you wouldn't know the difference.
Okay, question. Do you, if somebody were like, I don't want to use me as an example. Let's say,
No, use you.
no, let's
Okay,
use,
but I'm gonna think about you the whole time.
okay, let's think about Jake. Let's say if like Jake went up to you and was like, hey, my nipples are so round and brown. Do you
Yeah.
actually picture him with a bare chest and like picture his nipples round and brown?
Yeah, but that does sound like you. I've always pictured you know, like this big light that's like very. That's kind of what I
My
imagine.
nipples
Yeah.
it's like the light that takes you into heaven.
It's just like a, you know, very big and like a lot of veins running through them, and then like
No, I need to do more research on my own boobs and take a look. But
yeah, you should. And while you're at it, might as well just hold a mirror up to yourself too. You know, you're
know,
supposed to get familiar with your own
isn't
anatomy.
that so funny? I remember
You're
learning
supposed to do
that
that.
in like middle school and being like, all the girls were like, what?
It's not the same with buttholes. You can go without looking.
Or as my book likes to call them, my puckered little hole.
Yeah. Actually, if they're not buggered, that's no more of a problem.
We
Yeah.
should move right into my book corner. Did I
Okay.
tell you about it last week? I just finished this book called, I didn't just finish it because I've read 4 since then, but I have gotten in the habit of reading books without reading the back of the books. Like I'm just kind of like, surprise
Mystery
me.
book, yeah.
Yeah. And I read this book called Salt Kiss and I was like, oh, this should be good. It was about a guy who is like the owner of a kink club. Are you listening to me?
Yeah.
Is the owner of
club.
every time you pick up your phone, you owe me $5?
No.
Yeah. It's owner of a kink club, and he hires this bodyguard to bodyguard him, I guess, because he's a very important person.
Yeah.
Didn't know this. It's a bisexual book, and the guys fall in love. There was so much
Pounding.
puckered holes that I was like, holy cow. I've never read any book like that.
Wow.
Anyways, turns out
You're so cis het.
Yeah. Turns out this guy is engaged to some girl in Ireland. And he's like, hey, bodyguard, you got to go pick up my fiance. And he's like, don't make me do that. I love you. And he's like, go pick her up. And he's like, damn, okay. Goes and picks her up. And they sail back. They sail back to the United States. And while on this boat, he starts falling in love with his fiance. And so then they pound.
Yeah.
A lot. And then the ending of the book is like this. Ready? They're getting off of the ship and he hands his fiance off to the guy that he's bodyguarding. And then this other guy comes up to him and is like, hey, next time you do stuff, make sure there's no cameras on the boat. And then it said, to be continued.
Ooh. Don't you think they'll end up forming a triad of sorts?
I have a feeling that if the book comes onto Kindle Unlimited, I'll buy it. Not buy it. I'll download it. But I have a feeling it's going to be a triangle of all sorts.
Yeah. Which is interesting, you know? Somebody gets a little something from everyone. You know, it all works in
Just a little bit from everyone. Just apparently.
Apparently.
This is my first time on national television.
Well, you know what's interesting, though, about puckered buttholes is a lot of, you know, in the gay community, it's a very big deal to do poppers, you know, inhalants. These
what
inhalants,
are poppers?
they do make you... well, you can buy them anywhere, but they're kind of always sold under like a guise of something else. But you inhale them, and not only do they kind of make you a little euphoric or whatever, but they relax your anus, you know, so they allow you to, dilate and expand.
Okay.
And you could just start tossing quarters down there after a while.
Well,
you know what I mean?
when you said poppers, I'm thinking of the confetti poppers, and I thought that maybe you put it in there. And
that's what they do.
You start a party.
Yeah, they go
in the in the anus.
Yeah, yeah. I'm sure that'd be easy to get out. All that paper.
What else did we do? Thanksgiving happened.
Thanksgiving. What happened in the last few weeks? I'm trying to think. There were some good things, and I can't necessarily remember.
Well, we should talk about how Anna's car did get broken into because it is the funniest.
Yeah, let's do that. So yeah, me and my friend Anna McElroy, we were gonna meet you downtown at the CMA crew party or whatever, and we go down there. We're having a good time. We're having fun. I'm chugging high noons. I'd have the whole can in my mouth.
He deep throated it.
You know, and then and then you're brushing my beard and my chest hair out, and then you know, we saw a bunch of people we knew, and a lot of people were like, "Hey, we love your guys' podcast."
Yeah,
cool.
It was nice.
But yeah, I decided it's time for me to go home because it's late already, and then Anna wanted to go
10
to
o'clock.
It was late. You went home too. What are you talking about?
Go home.
And then Anna went to the especially when you have work the next day. I had to fly out to Florida.
Yeah, you did.
So anyway, Anna and I are at the CMA parties. We both parked here at the office. I go home from the CMA party back to the office, and I'm just gonna like get in my car and leave. But a homeless man off the street walks up and says, "Hey, I think there's somebody in your car." And I was like, "Oh, what?" And he's like, "Yeah, like I think he's just like having a mental breakdown or something, but he's just been in there for like the last hour, just like freaking out and kicking the windshield and just hitting everything." And I was like, "Okay." And then it wasn't my car. I saw it was Anna's car just rocking back and forth. And I was like, "Oh my gosh, dude." Okay, so he's like, "I don't have a phone or whatever, but like I would call the police." And I was like, "Okay." So I went inside our office and I called the police, and it took them 25, 30 minutes to get here.
That's insane.
And yeah, and once they get here, apparently he locked the door behind him once the guy got access to it, because your front door doesn't lock. So like once he got access, he's like, "I'm gonna lock this so nobody else can get in here. That's unsafe." And he does that, and then once the police get here and finally get him out of the car, he starts swinging on all of them. He starts trying to kick all of them. Like he's biting, he's scratching, he's doing whatever. They make their way onto the front porch of this place, which I'm on the other side of the door. And eventually they have him pinned up against the door, and he's still trying to scratch and claw out of there. And the dispatcher lady calls me from the police station. She says, "Sir, you need to go outside immediately and talk to the police officers." And I said, "Ma'am, they have him up against the door right now. Like, if I open the door, he's gonna fall through. Like, they're all falling through. Like, and she's like, they said it was really important to talk to you." And I said, "Okay, well, like, can I talk to him in a few minutes?" She's like, "Hold on, I'll figure it out." And she hangs up with me. And then I hear her call on all the police officers on their radios. I'm standing just right on the other side of the door. It's paper thin. I can hear it. And she goes, "The man inside the building said he's too scared to come out right now." And I was like, that's not what I said at all. I'm not too scared to come out right now. I just, if I open the door, he's falling in. Yeah. And she like made it into like, yeah, he's a big bitch, you know, like, and like, I was like, guys, there's 5 officers on him right now.
So she clocked your personality immediately.
Yeah, exactly. She said.
The reason why I was thinking about Mandela effects is because there was something that somebody brought up. I want to say it was, whether it was Oscar Mayer or something, where I was like, no. It was Chick-fil-A. Because I specifically remember growing up and Chick-fil-A being, what, CHIC?
Yeah,
FILA.
I used to spell it like that too.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden it was changed to Chick-fil-A, CHICK.
Yeah.
Which is the same spelling. It's the same way to say chick and chick.
Yeah.
And I was driving the other day and I was like, what are other like really good Mandela effects? And if you don't know what a Mandela effect, it's like something that you've always known to be a certain way. And then you find out that it was never that way.
Yeah.
So I want to test you and see if you know some of them.
And the CHIC, wouldn't that be like chic? But I don't know. I remember it because I used to spell it like that too.
Yeah. I remember the cups and like.
Yeah. I don't know.
And that goes into like having like alternate universes, which is also crazy because I was watching a TikTok the other day of a girl being like, am I time traveling or am I time jumping or whatever? And she shows this girl in this like white lacy jumpsuit and she has a camera in her hand and she's like, I was in this spot literally 2 years ago getting engaged in that outfit with this camera. Then she attaches the video from where she got engaged and it looks, I mean, when I say it looks exactly the same.
Wow.
And she was like, I'm kind of freaking out right now. And she showed the whole video of her getting engaged, had the camera in her hand because she was supposed to be taking photos. But then somebody took the camera from her and was like, go take a photo with this man. And she turns around and it was her like now husband. But she was like, I feel like I'm time like jumping. This is so weird. I'm freaked out.
Huh.
And so, which sent me down a rabbit hole because I feel like that happens quite often. Okay. How do you remember Looney Tunes being spelled?
Oh. I'm trying to remember because I feel like I know this one, but it's
you
like
do?
I think it's LOONEY, right? Looney, and then Tunes. I can't remember if it's TOONS or TUNES.
If you had
But
to
I
like
think
guess,
I think it's TOONS, but I think me thinking that means I'm wrong.
you are wrong.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it's
probably
Looney
Tunes.
TUNES, but I remember it being TOONS.
Yeah.
Like my whole life.
Yeah.
And that's so weird.
That
Okay.
is weird.
I don't know if you'll like actually know this one because I didn't know it until I actually looked at the picture, but did Curious George have a tail? Let me show you. Look.
I'm going to say no. I don't know.
He didn't.
He did?
He
Okay.
he never had a tail.
Oh, yeah.
Isn't that weird? Like
That is weird.
And then
Because I'm basically just going with whatever I think is right and just saying the opposite.
okay, here's one.
Because I think that's like,
Did King Henry have a turkey leg or not?
I'm going to say yes.
Yes. Actually, let's find out. For some reason, people distinctly remember this portrait showing the King of England welding a turkey leg.
Okay.
To be clear, he was not.
Okay. See, I'm just going like I said, I'm just doing whatever I think the opposite is. The hyphen and Kit Kat.
Yeah. Oop.
I didn't see what it said. I'm going to say there's no hyphen in Kit Kat.
No hyphen?
There is a hyphen.
Okay, is there a hyphen in Kit Kat? If you had an existential crisis about the fact that there's no hyphen in between Kit Kat, no, you're not alone. There's no hyphen.
Okay, yeah.
See, that's
But
so...
the T kind of acts as a hyphen in the kit.
Okay, here's a good one because I feel like I never knew this. Chartreuse. Is it green or is it pink?
Chartreuse. It's green, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But did you ever think it was pink?
I did, yeah. Yeah, at one point, I'm trying to think when, but I learned a few years ago that it was green.
All right, next, I want you to sing Mr. Rogers and the Neighborhood song.
It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, a beautiful day I don't know.
You only needed the beginning.
Oh.
It's a beautiful, beautiful day in this neighborhood.
Oh, it's a beautiful day in this neighborhood, a beautiful day for a neighbor. Would you be mine? Could you be mine? I don't know.
Could you be mine? Here's one that's dumb.
Yeah.
People think that, like, they remember learning that there were 51 or 52 states of America.
What?
I know. I never thought that, but I found it interesting that, like,
there's territories. Like
yeah, there's
Puerto
territories.
Rico
Yeah.
and, like,
But, like, people were like, no, there are 51 states.
no, never thought that.
But you
It's
have
always
to-
been the 50 states. Of the,
But you have to think of 50 nifty United States from
I never had
13
that one.
original.
We had other ones, other songs, but didn't have that one.
All right.
Fruit Loops.
Fruit Loops. How's it spelled?
FROOTLOOPS.
Yeah, you're right. I thought it was fruit, Fruit.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was fruit.
Well, that is how you spell fruit.
That is, you know what? You're not wrong. Let me look up these other ones. There was a ton that I was like, the biggest one that's weird is the Berenstain Bears.
Oh, yeah. How everyone remembers, well, what is it?
It's Bernstein. Yeah. Which there was somebody that actually found an old VHS tape of the spelling that we all remember.
Really?
Yes. Isn't that crazy? So are we
That's weird.
time hopping, or are the
People are
drones
just
over New Jersey?
gaslighting us.
I mean, they could be.
The drones over they just, the New Jersey mayor just talked about it. It's Iran. They're sending drones. They're
Like, what were they doing?
Iranian drones. Probably, I don't know, scoping out infrastructure, probably doing. Actually heard that Iran is one of the more like computer savvy countries. Like they have one of the more like most like hackers or something.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, like I've heard speculation that most like future wars will be fought cyber like attacks.
I mean, we
and
do
stuff like
depend
that.
on it so much
Yeah,
now that it's
even
kind of
with,
like
that pipeline that a few years ago, I think it was like Canada to U.S. or something, but the Russians hacked it and it was unable to like function because for however long because it was hacked.
yeah.
So I mean, when you think about everything being ran on computers and code and all that kind of stuff, like yeah, it's crazy.
It's
can change
easier
your
to
whole life. Yeah, you don't have to send bodies to like go stand out in the field and die anymore. You know?
Yeah, you could just take away
You could just
Facebook.
delete the Maps app for everyone. The one way to get anywhere.
You know what? I think it's absolutely insane that we used to have to look at a map. I remember my mom taking out maps to get us to Texas and
Yeah.
watching her be like, well, take this to here,
Yeah.
to here.
And you had to get multiple maps for Texas.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, God. There's so many maps for Texas.
Right.
Okay. Shazam.
Kazam with Shaquille O'Neal.
Yes. But
But yeah, I remember Sinbad, Shazam. That's what like people speculate.
yes.
Yeah.
And I feel like I remember that too. That was
I feel
when
like I
like the
remember
genie
that.
came down from space, right?
Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. There's a few of here on here that are really good. Obviously the Sex in the City is actually Sex and the City.
Sex in the City. Yeah.
Sex and the City.
Yeah. Sex in the City.
Yeah, here's the Berenstain Bears ones.
Oh yeah.
Berenstein's Bears.
Berenstain.
Barnstein. We got Febreze, Skechers. I don't know this one. Less sketchy than most. People have been befuddled to see that there's no T in Skechers. I don't think
wonder
I've
what
ever
that
looked
is.
at that one.
I don't think I've ever owned a pair of Skechers. I don't know.
I did. They were orange. I was in elementary school.
Oh yeah, no cornucopia.
Which this blows my
Fruit of
mind.
the Loom, yeah.
Fruit of the Loom had no cornucopia, which is absolutely insane to me.
Yeah. People do remember that.
I really remember that. I don't know this one.
Mona Lisa Smile.
Yeah, they used to say that was
Julia
more
Roberts movie.
Mona Lisa smile. We're gonna need a bigger boat. It's actually you're
Jaws?
gonna need a bigger boat. Which is funny because I just watched a How I Met Your Mother episode where they were like, we're gonna need a bigger boat. Yeah, but I was thinking about this for a while and I went down a rabbit hole of all of them because of
Oh yeah, there's that one about I saw you pass Darth Vader about the Luke I am your father versus
Yes.
I am your father. Yeah, yeah.
Yes, isn't that weird? Like, are we all like, do we remember this?
I don't know.
And the fact that the reason why it started is because Nelson Mandela
People
died.
thought he was dead,
But
he
it's because there was
just
like
in jail the
even,
whole time.
but there's also like news articles that like reported on his death, which is
Yeah.
so weird.
Yeah, but he was just in prison. That's all.
He's just in jail. He's just having a good time.
He was just trying to fight against apartheid. That's all.
Have you ever been to jail? Like,
yeah,
locked up?
Yeah, I have.
Is it when you were drinking and driving?
Yeah. When I
Was
was
that the only
17.
time?
Yep. Only time. Didn't have like a great time. It was an okay time, but
Did you have to share a cell with people?
yeah. But then they handcuffed me to the pole, so I wouldn't. I was walking around talking to everybody, and like was like, "What are you in here for?" And like all this. I was just being a dumb 17-year-old kid and just trying to talk to people, and they're like,
And somebody's
stop.
making a knife out of a
Yeah,
toothbrush.
you
And
gotta
you're
stop
like,
mingling. I mean, I was just mostly in a tank, holding tank with other drunk people. But
is it? Because I've never been to jail. In the
Yeah.
jail, I remember this because all my friends got arrested at that Braves game I think I told you about.
Oh, yeah.
And they were talking about how there's a toilet hole in the ground.
No, we just had a regular stainless steel toilet in there. Yeah.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
They had one in the
everyone
ground.
watches you. If
I
you
mean,
wanna
for
use
guys,
it.
I feel like it's just normal. Like,
Really?
you guys got urinals and you're standing next to each other anyways, so why not
Yeah.
watch?
I like urinals that have dividers. I don't really enjoy. I mean, I don't really know a lot of guys that are just like looking.
I would look.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie. I would definitely look.
Well, you're nosy, so that makes sense.
I am nosy.
But like, yeah, when you hit the poop, you're just sitting there out in the open, and like everyone's just looking at you. You just,
Ugh.
yeah, making eye contact with another guy who's just like, it's his 4th time in there this month, and he's just like,
He's like, I broke the seal.
yeah,
I'm here now.
Yeah.
There's in China they have toilets that are also in the ground.
Yeah. Yeah, which is actually a healthier way to go to the bathroom. It's like because our bodies are naturally meant. That's
Yeah,
why
it's
we
supposed
have,
to be like this.
That's why we have squatty potties now and stuff like that, so it can like make that form again.
And it's funny because every time I see now a bidet, I think of you.
Good. I swear by 'em, man.
I know you do.
They are like, especially, yeah. You just never feel as clean when you don't have one now. After you get used to it, you're just like, wow. And that's actually, I think I've said that on here, but I've definitely told you that of like, they're big. I mean, obviously in Europe and like, but in Muslim countries too, because you have to be completely clean in order to pray.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Man, guys would never pass in America.
Yeah.
Ever.
No. Yeah. It is disgusting the amount of stories I've heard about, like skid marks and things like that, like just in men's underwear, which I'm just dodge that bullet. Thankfully.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I don't even think about that because, well, I've never checked Tom's underwear, so I wouldn't know.
Let me see that underwear. Pop them off.
I did
Are they
just,
white?
No,
Yeah.
I did just buy him like boxer briefs because he was.
That's what I wear too.
Yeah, he was trying on like new pants, and I'm like, you're literally just wearing shorts underneath your pants. Like, let's get you some new underwear because.
Then I bought these like shorts for like leg days that are like squatting short, like. But I was like, these are literally shorter than my boxers, so I'm not gonna wear them.
Really?
Yeah.
Would you wear 5-inch seam shorts?
I wear 5-inch.
Do
these
you
are
really?
5 right now that I'm wearing.
Are they?
Yeah.
I swear I could see Tom's balls just hanging out whenever he tried them on. I was like,
Well,
let's go a different route.
Yeah, I mean, you know what happens over time. It's just they're gonna be teabagging that water soon enough.
You know what? That's right.
In the toilet.
That's so true.
Yeah.
I just recently discovered that I'm very attracted to men's thighs.
Thighs, huh?
Yes. There was
Wow.
when Tom was trying on the shorts that I was making him try on, his like this muscle right here was like flexing, and I was like,
Yeah.
oh my, I think that's why I'm so
Quadricep.
attracted to hockey players because their thighs are beefy,
They got those beefy thighs.
and rugby players.
Yeah, rugby players do have really thick thighs. Who's that one? There's a football player. I'm trying to think of him right
Nick
now.
Bosa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's him. Yeah.
His thighs are so
He has insane.
big.
I saw a picture of him the other day. I was like, oh my gosh, dude,
Oh
that guy
my God.
must be squatting like a mofo. Or
He
something.
has the biggest.
Yeah.
thighs.
His calves are huge too.
Let's look at him.
Okay.
I'm just gonna look up
Pull him up.
Nick
Pull him up.
Nick Bosa thighs. Oops, fourth thighs. Let's see here. Oh,
Okay.
this
chill,
man.
bro.
Look at
The
that.
relative humidity just went up in the room. Wow. Yeah. They like hang off of his knee, which is like, like they go past his knee.
I mean, you can see his penis in this.
Wow. Wow. Good for him, I guess.
I guess.
It looks
Good for his significant other.
It looks the same as my penis.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone
Nick
has a
Bosa
food.
thighs are to be of a masterpiece. To be in a museum, it's this muscle right here.
Yeah. Yeah. it's
That just gets
quadricep,
me.
Yeah.
It gets me. Yeah, his thighs are huge.
Yeah.
I love him. But yeah, I was looking
You
at
know what I just recently discovered that I was into?
What?
Tits.
You just discovered you're into tits.
No, I'm just kidding. I just wanted to say something.
Are you a boob man or a butt man?
Nah, honestly, I think I'm more of a butt man. They do say that that's a a defining factor between Republican and Democrat.
Are Republicans into
boobs?
Boobs?
Yeah, Democrats are into butts, but I don't discriminate.
Oh, no.
I'm a moderate in that.
I feel like butts are like a new thing. Not really new, but in the past like few years, because I remember having a flat ass was like the thing to have when I was in high school.
But I've never really been into that. That's what I mean. I dated a lot of Latina girls and stuff too, you know?
Yeah, I know it's like preference, but I just remember growing up and like the Paris Hilton body was the body that everybody needed to have.
I don't know. But maybe that's me. Like I've always just like been like a big guy, so I've just never been like into and I mean, I'm sure they're not into me either, but like stick thin girls, you know. That was never my thing.
I mean, yeah, you would go watcha and they just go
Yeah,
fold
exactly.
like a lawn chair.
Break somebody in half or whatever.
I want to be broken in half. Which is why I try to lose weight. Yeah. I want Tom to throw me and it hurt.
Yeah, and it hurt.
It hurt. But yeah, look, I mean.
Yeah. Chill right now.
Look at his butt.
Yeah, I can see. Look at his balls.
You can see his taint.
Yeah, from behind you can just
look.
see him.
You can see his bikini line underwear.
Wow.
I mean, listen. Any rugby players that want to come on the show, let me know. You're more than welcome.
Do you want me to get that one guy to come on from the Preds?
Yep.
I could probably do that.
I actually would love it if you did.
Yeah, I know. We got to start having guests because nobody wants to listen to just you and me talk.
That's not what I heard. I played a show before the CMA party, or was that after? Speaking of, I need to say this out loud. I lost my ID. I cannot find it anywhere.
Oh, really?
Yeah, ever since the CMA party, I literally cannot find it anywhere. I've been having to carry my passport to get into places 21 or older. But I went to played a show and I had several people come up to me and be like, "Oh my God, like I follow y'all's podcast, blah, blah, blah." And I was like, "That's so cool." And she was like, "Oh, I should follow you." And I'm like, "Yeah."
Nobody says that to me.
You should. And then at the CMA party, we already said at the beginning, you can't lie. They said they listened to our podcast.
I was going to cut the whole beginning.
Why?
Since you were so mad. But I think it was...
The beginning was good. The second half was not.
Okay. Fine. It was really when you interrupted my story and called me a big bitch. That's when I snapped and I said, you know what?
I find that the truth really upsets you.
The truth?
The truth of you being a big, old
What
bitch.
other truth has ever upset me?
Just you being a bitch.
Oh, my God.
And that people love me more than you.
I am a bitch. And... Okay, well, I'm not going to sit here and lie to people. People don't love you more than me. That's
They
crazy.
do. They do.
Probably your parents, but then your mom followed me the other day.
She did follow you the other day, and I did add a picture of me and you to my mom's like digital frame.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, and when it came up, my dad was like, "I love that photo."
Aww.
And then the next photo was Trump kissing Putin. So.
There was all of them. There was
Yeah.
Kamala. There was.
We did a
Biden.
love story for my mom has a digital frame where all the kids can like upload photos so that she can like have them or whatever. And during Thanksgiving, we ended, unless my dad,
It's like pranking. Yeah.
we started adding photos of Trump and Kamala.
With a baby together.
It's their love story. Look,
Yeah.
get married, have a baby, have their baby.
Wow.
It's just, and my dad didn't notice until
Yeah, it's so good.
the day we almost left. But also, we need to talk about how this is the one I uploaded.
Oh.
I uploaded that of us. I should upload the Big Bear one. That was a good one. Yeah. Oh, and I uploaded this of you flicking me off.
Flicking, huh? You're still going with it. You're trying to double down on that. Like
You know, what is it? Good habits die hard. Bad habits die hard. Habits die hard. What is it?
I don't know. Good habits die hard. Bad habits die harder.
Yeah. So we did that, and my dad didn't notice for a while, and my TikTok almost went off. Almost went.
What do you mean? It almost went off.
I got to like a 1,200 views, and I've been stuck in the 200 jail for a long time. And
I know it is so crappy to be stuck in that place because I've been stuck in that place for a while too.
Also,
I had one that it didn't do anything, but I thought it was going to the other day.
I watched that one. It was funny. Is it that one?
Yeah, thanks for liking it.
My goal for 2025
Is to be ignorant as fuck. And they seem really happy.
And the more you know, the more you suffer. So cheers to not knowing anything in 2025.
Ignorant as fuck. I'll go like it right now.
No,
I thought I
it's
already
okay.
did like it.
Maybe you did. I normally just assume that you don't like things of mine.
I am really, look, I'll even repost it. Here we go.
Wow.
Saving it.
Wow, who else reposted?
Yeah. I don't know who else reposted it, but you have 5.
It was our podcast account.
it was
I finally did a Brayley and I reposted from our podcast account because I was like, this is funny.
Yeah, it works.
It works.
I
don't know if it does.
Those
were everyone else on there was people who already follow me. I don't know if it does, but
yeah, I had 1,300, which okay. Also, by the way, are they getting rid of TikTok? Like, is it official?
I mean, what they're going to do is try to do what they did last time and force the sale to an American company.
Hold on, I'm going to take a screenshot of this and be like,
Oh my God.
on next episode of, oh God, please not another podcast.
My thighs look like that. I commented on a thing of Riley Green the other day.
Mm-hmm. I decided I don't think he's that cute.
Okay, well,
but I just had to say that
that's
out
going to
loud.
make this hard.
Okay, well, maybe I will.
No, it's
Change my
fine.
mind.
It's fine.
Change my mind.
He was just doing a thing for like the Opry, and
things,
I just commented and said, "That's my twin. Don't look at my profile. Just take my word for it."
I had this comment which people keep liking on this video. It's this guy who's sticking his face in his girlfriend's butt to hold her up on the ladder. And this guy goes, I don't give a fuck who Alex Wasabi is. This shit wouldn't fly in my house. His name is Dave. Okay, Dave, chill. People take things way too seriously.
Oh my god!
I mean,
he's in there.
He's deep in her puckered hole.
He's like giving her colonoscopy with just eyeballing it.
I would never want to do a colonoscopy again, but
You have to. You're
I know.
Yeah.
But I have to say again, and because I want to get to this point again.
Yeah.
After I did the full cleanse and everything was out of my body, I felt the best I've ever felt in my life, and I want to feel like that again. So how do I get there?
Do it again.
Should I just
start doing it again?
First projectile vomit all of it up, and then go through?
Well, like I told you, they don't have some of them. They don't make you drink the solution. They'll make you just do like that
Miralax and
citrus magnesium or whatever it was. Yeah, magnesium citrate
magnesium citrate.
Yeah, so they'll just have you do a combo with that.
Actually, speaking of that, I told my friend to go get some because she hadn't pooped in like 2 weeks, but it came to find out she wasn't pooping because she had 2 giant anal fissures.
Oh.
And
who is she?
I'm not gonna say her name.
Say her name.
But
Get it out here.
Was,
Let me talk to her as somebody who's
but she was about to go to the doctor to get Botox in her butt to loosen her muscles because it was that bad.
Okay,
and,
I already know who it is because I know who can afford Botox and who can.
Okay, wait, put it. Oh no, it's not Claire. No, she doesn't. No, it's not Claire or Sam.
Is it?
It's not. It's my friend. I don't think you've met her though, but she was.
I can show you the world.
She doesn't listen. She'll be fine. But she was telling us how degrading it was to go, and I was like, "How?" Like,
her friend Aladdin has a problem.
Yeah,
and he's
yeah. Anyways, they were like, "Do you have to get on all fours?"
Yeah.
And she was like, "No, it's worse." And I go, "How can it be worse?" And she says, "You have to get on your knees like you're at an altar. And then there's like a divider kind of like this. You lay over it and then it pushes you up a little bit." And she was like, and I was just face first.
It's like, it's like a wedge pillow. Like people buy those wedge pillows.
And she said that you just get your asshole looked at and
Yeah. Well,
Anyways.
I had a barium once, and that's
What's a
like
barium?
that's like a colonoscopy, but you're awake for it, and you are first laying on this table. They have like you up in some stirrups, and then they have like this long thing that's about like that, and it looks like a dildo.
Oh.
And it's attached to a tube, and they put that whole thing up there, and then once it's up there, they shoot a bunch of white solution up you, and then the
no,
table
Josh.
you're on, the table you're on is able to be lifted up and like turned around. So they're just moving you around with this tube, and they're lifting you up. You're up vertically. You're up on. Like,
What is the point of it?
the side just to get in like a 3D scan of that's why they do the white solution, is so like they can take pictures of why you're.
It's just so funny that it's a white solution.
Yeah, it is. And then when you poop after it, that's white. But I still had that fissure, so it was like a strawberry swirl type of.
Gross. Did you have to get that surgically removed? Because my friend ended
the
up.
fissure?
Yeah.
No, I just ate more fiber and got a bidet.
Oh, well, she ended up having hers were so bad.
Did you get them like sewn together?
She went to go get Botox, and they were like, "We have to actually like remove these. Like, we have to fix this." And so they pretty much put her under and fixed it.
Like a cut.
Yeah, but it was like she had two like huge ones on both sides, and it was forming like almost like a bubble.
Yeah, well, that's like a hemorrhoid.
Yeah, and so it was just the double whammy for her.
Yeah,
but she didn't have to have like white solution shoved up her ass.
Yeah, well, I did, and I lived to tell about it.
I also didn't know that we're going full into anal here.
Yeah.
I didn't know that your asshole sucks things up.
It does. Well, at a certain point, there's a terminal velocity,
And that's why they say don't stick things up there, because they just
will,
suck up.
Well, non-based things. You want something with a base that you can pull out.
Yeah. My favorite TikToks around this year are when people go to like Target or Michael's or whatever and show like the Christmas tree ornaments, and they'll hold it up and be like, this one, this one,
Yeah.
And I just came across a TikTok where somebody, they had this is so crazy, Josh. This is insane. He was going into a CAT scan to look at his like organs.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden he starts screaming bloody murder. The guy had a metal butt plug in, and it sucked it up because, they're so magnetic. Sucked it up all the way to like his up here, like up into his like liver.
Wait, so he had an MRI done, but he already had, Oh my god.
Yeah. And he didn't tell
have
them
any metal on you.
I
when
know.
You do that. That's
I know.
Crazy.
And he almost died.
Because a lot of them are made out of metal.
Yeah.
Metal glass.
Yeah. And imagine that funeral. Imagine that death announcement.
Yeah. He just was such a big fan of his butt plug that he could not take it out for a medical procedure.
Why would
he had
you
to
not
leave
tell
it
them?
in.
That is crazy to me.
He said, I'll take this out when they suck it through my cold.
Which is what actually happened.
Yeah. Oh, that's crazy, man.
Right up into him. But he ended up not dying. That he went right into
Bro.
surgery to get it out, and they were like, dude.
I'm puckered right now just thinking about it. It's crazy. I
see. I just pictured your butthole pucker. No, tonight though we're doing every single night this week. I've done something that was festive, and I'm exhausted.
I've seen that. That's crazy.
I'm exhausted.
You were at a friend's house yesterday celebrating a birthday all day. It seemed like, and I was just like, when does this girl ever work or do anything?
Birthday yesterday.
Yeah, you were at somebody's house. It seemed like yesterday. I mean,
Yeah. I was at a right, but it was Kelly's birthday, so we did a little celebration for her.
Gotcha.
Well, Sunday we did our company Christmas party,
Which
and
I
that
wasn't invited to.
I know, unfortunately, sorry. Then Monday night was our small group Christmas party, which you saw that I got a book stamp. Isn't that so
Invited
cool?
to. A book stamp?
Like where I can
where
stamp
you,
my
like-
books, and it could be like from the library or Brilliant.
Yeah.
Then Tuesday night we went to the Preds game.
That's a library I would never visit, but yes.
If you want your sex life to be better, join my library.
My sex life is it's too good.
I'm not talking about you.
Oh.
I'm talking about to our audience. Tuesday Preds game.
Tired.
We went to we hit the flight decks. We got like all you could eat, which was really nice.
Tom loved that.
He did.
Man, it's
He
a
at
garbage
one point
disposal of a person.
Tom goes, "I'll be down there in like 10 minutes," or he's like, "I'll be down there in a second. I'll get you a drink." And I was like, "Okay." So I went to go sit down. He comes back 20 minutes later, and I'm like, "Where have you been?" He goes, "I just ate 4 plates of food." I was like, "Oh my God, Tom.
That man puts it away.
He does.
Does he run? I forget. Or did you say he doesn't? He does just calisthenics.
At work in general, he is always on his feet. So he does that. But then he does he's just gotten back into weights. He was doing just body weight stuff.
Yeah.
But now he's getting back into the whoo.
Yeah.
And which is nice.
He saw pictures of me and he's like, I need to get back.
I actually said, Josh is actually beating you right now.
He's pretty buff right now.
And he was like, no.
Yeah, he got very mad. He actually punched the drywall, I heard.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tom is just like a really aggressively violent person.
Yeah.
At his core. But, he's done a lot of work to maintain like a very chill, like if you meet him you're probably gonna be like, wow, this guy's so chill, but like you just don't want to see like that devilish wolf get awoken inside of him, because he just starts slamming things and just like punching. A piece of drywall hates to see Tom coming. I'll just say that
it's true.
He gets a couple Monster Energy drinks in him and he's just like a freaking Tasmanian devil.
Tom yelled at me once in our relationship.
Did he? Honestly, Braylee, not that we would ever be together, but I would yell at you nonstop.
Josh, I would ruin you.
There's no way that you could ruin me, because I would humble you to the point of no
Josh,
end.
I would find the one thing in your soul that would just crush you, and I would fly with it.
You don't think I would find those things? I'm really good at finding those things.
No.
I'd find those things.
I would be like an 8th grader.
I already know some of your things, and I'd choose, because I take, the first gen Spider-Man Uncle Ben approach. With great power comes great responsibility. And
Josh almost went into a spiral because I said that he was a bottom.
I'm waiting to hit a nuclear couch. I didn't go into a spiral. First of all, I just don't see myself like that, which is interesting. It's fine. I don't care. I don't think there's any shame in it. First of all, you're making it to be a shameful thing, and I don't think there is any shame in bottoming, topping, being a switch, or being a power bottom, I don't discriminate between twinks or bears or whatever, but it's just, I don't see myself as that, just because like I said, I'm very touchy on my a-hole, I just don't want somebody tinkering around down there. I'm fine. Like, I just don't want it. All right. That's all I'm saying is it's fine. I don't care if it's a man, woman, whatever. I just don't want to be tinkered with on my toy little hole.
My toilet hole. Oh, anyways. So that was the conversation that we've had 4 or 5 times.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
What did I do Wednesday night?
I don't know.
We
went to the Opry.
You went to the... Well, who was playing at the Opry?
It was the Gatlin brothers, which they were like... It seems like they sing one more note and they're in the grave. They're pretty old. But then the Riders in the Sky, those guys are old too, but they're so good. They're always good. They're just really great entertainers, the Riders in the Sky, those guys. Chapel Hart, and then the spotlight artist was Chris Jansen. Yeah. And I was like, wow.
Has he released anything recently?
He did. Apparently he had a big song. Like he said it was a monster song, Buy a Boat or something.
Yeah, that was his first ever song.
Oh,
released.
Really? They're like, in the massive song, Buy a Boat, or whatever. I don't know anything about it.
Buy me a boat.
Yeah. He played it. It was
Buy me a truck to pull it.
Okay.
It's that one.
But I think he just had another song come out, and like The Rock was in his music video or something. Like, I don't know.
I like The Rock.
Yeah.
He had a one song that was like a wedding song.
He had 5 number ones. That's what they said that night. He has 5 number ones.
He was pretty big back like in 2015, 2016.
Okay.
Like he was like, his Buy Me a Boat was a really clever song in the sense of like, money can't buy you happiness, but it can buy you a boat, which is such a country.
Yeah.
Was such a country song. But I feel like he had a few more. I just can't remember what they were.
It's not as good as Dirt Cheap though.
It's not as good as Dirt. What is that Florida Georgia Line song?
Oh, I don't know.
Do you remember that?
What, damn?
Dirt. No, Dirt.
Dirt. No,
Dirt.
all you're saying is dirt.
No, because that's how it goes. Hold on.
Count. I said, damn it, just sign up for your OnlyFans.
Speaking of OnlyFans, we just found out a girl that used to work at the company has an OnlyFans. We found
really?
it.
What's her name? What's her name? Okay, I'll find it.
Yeah, she's and I always knew because she.
I like the hustle though. I respect the hustle.
Yeah.
I think dude, do it. And like that's the thing. People are like, oh, I'm not hot enough or whatever. It's like, bro, there's somebody
Guys don't
who's
care.
into anything. You know what I mean?
Josh.
Like, what?
I saw a video recently of does this OnlyFans, what do you call them? Artists? What do you call them? OnlyFans creator make more than these NFL players?
Oh yeah.
Did you see that video?
No, I didn't, but I'm sure they do.
She made more than all, like Joe Burrow, like all of these big, and made more.
Didn't he just get his house broken into?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
But made more than all of them combined in one year.
Yeah. It's literally the oldest like trade in the world.
What am I doing?
Is selling sex. That's like the oldest like profession.
You mean I just have to like show my boobs?
Yeah,
and
you like literally just have to take some, yeah, that's all you have to do, and then
Actually, let's ask Tom right now. Can I show?
I feel like Tom's a progressive guy.
Can I show my boobs for $50K? Question mark. I am trying to think of what I did Wednesday.
Just like, it's really not a. I think of it like this.
Oh, gingerbread making.
We're all just like, we're humans. We all just have body parts, and like obviously there's variants to body parts and things like that. But like when you
What
just
do you
like
mean by that?
what
Variants?
Like some people have like if we're just talking about boobs, like some people have small boobs, some people have
Oh,
big
I
boobs.
thought you were like saying like
people have-
variances, like there's 4 or 5 boobs on your body.
Yeah, no. I mean, some people have 3 nipples, but like, anatomically, we're all pretty much the same. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? So it's just like it kind of takes a lot of the taboo-ness out of it for me because I'm just like, yeah, like that's cool. Like, and if somebody's like worked on themselves or whatever, they they like feel good, they look good, whatever. Like that's awesome. Like, but I'm just saying like we've made it such a taboo thing that it's almost like worked the opposite way for us, where we're
Desensitized.
I
I
don't know.
feel
I
like
think
I'm a
almost
little
like we need to be
desensitized to
I
it.
feel like we almost should be more desensitized. Not like desensitized. I don't know if that would be the word, but like because I just think like it's a body. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
Like that's the thing with like nude beaches in Europe or whatever. It's
Yeah.
like like is it like that
Like,
big of a
why-
deal?
yeah,
Just because
okay.
you like want to tan naked and
No,
like just
I know
like,
what you're
yeah.
saying now. Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I think it's a body.
We
Like,
make it seem like it's so like it's
we
almo-
hype it up. You know what I mean? Like we're
yeah,
like, yeah,
and it's just like
yeah.
sex is sex.
Yeah.
I agree. I do agree with that.
Because not everybody you see naked, like you have to have sex with, or you don't even have to find people attractive.
I
that
don't
you
even see
naked
men.
or-
I don't even see men naked and be like, ooh.
Yeah, right. Like,
You know.
yeah, and I've started to become more like that with women too, of where it's just like I don't like. It's not like it
It's-
doesn't have to be like a big deal. It's not like It's not every time you see a naked person, every time you see a body part, whatever. It doesn't have to be a sexual thing.
I
It's
always
really-
think about the fact that
it depends so much on setting.
women can't show their chests because they have fat by their boobs,
Yeah.
but guys can. I keep telling
Right.
Tom this because every time he sees my boobs, immediately he goes, "Oh," but he'll be like in the kitchen, he'll be like, "Oh, boobies," and
Yeah.
I'm like, you realize that if you just got fat and you put
Yeah.
fat behind your nipple, you would
You'd
have
be
boobs
the same
too.
thing. Yeah,
Yes,
The same
It's
thing.
literally the same thing. We just
right.
It's crazy.
It's just deposited in different places and like different. Yeah, exactly. It's
also.
And I mean, we've talked about it before, but like, sorry, I
No,
didn't
go
wanna
ahead.
interrupt you, about like the how we all start as women kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like, the line going down the shaft and the balls of the men like to the gooch.
Welcome to anatomy.
Yeah,
with a
yeah.
really good job.
That's where it would be. Like my balls would be my labia. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? My penis would be my clitoris.
I don't know if you remember us talking about on the Mormon mom's show or whatever. She got like that surgery to fix her vagina.
Oh yeah, it is labiaplasty. I
Yeah,
think I
remember
said
we
it.
kept calling it rhinoplasty?
It's nose. It is nose. But I did say when I was like, "What is it?" I was like, "Oh, is it no?" I don't know. Yeah, I did. Yeah, yeah. It is labiaplasty.
Yeah.
But,
we kept
yeah,
saying like the rhinoplasty,
yeah,
rhinoplasty.
that is a nose surgery,
we
which
were-
makes sense. Your horn, Yeah.
What makes sense though is what'd be funny though is if we were like bigger and we were saying that, and then all of like Twitter and stuff be like, "It's not a rhinoplasty."
Yeah, but that is funny because stuff like that does actually get a lot of attention.
I
online.
know.
Like I think people purposely misspeak and like misspell things and misdo things online just so they'll get more engagement and like comments and things like that.
for sure.
Which is crazy to me. Like I don't know. I have too much pride to just purposefully be wrong.
My friend, she is trying to be a content creator, and honestly,
Yeah.
she's kind of born to be one. If I'm being completely honest,
Yeah.
But she's like, I just don't know how to like go get my videos viral. I was like, you have to say something that's so controversial, whether you say something wrong or something political or something like sexual, that will get you off.
Just watch videos of Kanye West and
You're not wrong.
Yeah.
Or that one girl who said
I'm
that.
not going to say the race of the doctor. It was a Jewish doctor.
We had this conversation. This girl got so mad at us at dinner on Sunday because we were talking about how like I won't listen to Zach Bryan anymore. Like I just won't.
No ZB.
Yeah, and
I'm not really Team Brianna.
I'm not either, but I think it's the fact that like it's with him. It's gone on so much with all of his past relationships, and like we're still making him famous. But I know I don't make a difference. But you know, whatever. And she was like, Zach Bryan is the best artist ever, and I'm like, chill. I
don't know, ever.
No, like, not at all. She's like literally obsessed with him.
I mean,
where was I going with this? Oh, I was just going with the fact that like, where was I going with this?
I don't know. He looks like a Lego.
He does look like a Lego. Bless his heart. It has something to do with like being viral for the wrong reasons. Oh, it's about all these people who go viral for the wrong reasons, and then they get like number ones. You know, like we were talking about that with like Morgan Wallen and stuff. Because Morgan Wallen got like 7 days in jail. Did you see that?
Yeah. I texted, I was messaging with Joe. He's like, "Did you see Morgan just got sentenced to jail?" And I was like, "It'll probably give him street cred. It'll probably
literally
I'm looking forward to his next rap album."
All of the comments were like, "You got this, Morgan. We're behind you."
Like it's gonna be so crazy for him.
He probably is probably a dorm room, honestly,
right,
a golden toilet.
Yeah. We're thinking about you. You're like, all right.
Or that girl who went viral because she said that if slavery went back to the States, she would be okay with it.
Oh my gosh.
You know what I'm talking about?
That's so stupid. Yeah.
She literally
you brought it up, I think, before.
Yeah. That's crazy. Like you just have to say the most out of pocket thing. And then people forget it so quickly too, which is crazy.
Yeah.
Like people will forget it because the next best thing comes along that you're going to be mad about. So just say the crazy thing, even if you don't believe it.
No, don't
do
it.
That.
That's...
Ruin your life.
I think that perpetuates bad things.
You know what? Sure. Go ahead and say the N word, Josh.
Nuclear.
Good job.
Nuclear. All
right.
A week.
Well, I'm going to go to the gym.
Yeah, I'm about to do the same after I have a mimosa. So. Anyway, well, this is a good time. I hope everyone has so much fun and has a really just blessed holiday. And if just like the Lord's laying anything on your heart, if we could, I don't know. I used to work at a church.
I can tell.
Well, it was a good time.
I think we should record next week, right before Christmas.
Episode 21. I think I'm leaving that following day, but
Why?
I'm going to Colorado.
Oh wait, I leave the 22nd. When's the 22nd?
On. I'm leaving the 19th.
When do you come back?
The 27th. That's where I'll be.
And you're driving?
Uh-huh.
That's such a long drive. How long is it?
Like 19 hours.
Oh, it's like 3 hours more than what we have to do too. But it still sucks.
You guys are going to New York?
Yeah.
Look at my schedule. Isn't my schedule so tight?
Honestly, I'm impressed that you are so good at using your calendar because I am not.
Well,
I have to have a planner.
People put things on my calendar for me, so.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I just don't have it.
I don't have a lot of my personal stuff on there. I just try to remember it.
Okay. All up here. Yeah.
That's why I forget.
All right, guys. A bunch of people in a hot tub.
Oh.
She annoys the fuck out of me.
Ooh.
Anyways, well, guys, we love you.
Thank you so much.
If we don't talk to you before Christmas, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy. If you're a Mormon, don't celebrate any holidays.
Yeah, Diwali.
All right, bitch.
All right, bye.
Oh God, please, not another podcast.
Yep.